our coach doesn't suck. Our fucking
No. I'm talking about the Broncos.
Oh.
Their head coach flat sucks.
Yeah, they need to retire. Michael Thomas from the Kings.
Yes, that dude needs to retire. That dude literally plays like that dude played like 3 games in like 2 years.
Your mom texted me
When?
at 9 o'clock. She said, "Dad said we are having a few of us for Thanksgiving. Contact your dad, ask him to come and check about the girls. We need a head count. Hope you can come. Alex will be there." G-Ball asked if he could come.
Well, I am off on Thanksgiving, so I do know that, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Only day off.
There you go, Colby. You're only
Well, I don't know if it's going to be on Thanksgiving Day.
Well, that's when you come or what they're doing?
If we're doing it.
Yes, Connor, we're doing it literally on Thanksgiving. Because that
Well, hopefully I can fucking be here then.
Where else are you gonna be?
At my house.
Or maybe it's not. I don't know. I'd have to ask my mother. Because you gotta think about it, bud. That Friday, Black Friday, and with Walmart, dude, Black Friday is retarded. I have to be there really fucking early.
Well, I don't know why we don't do it like a day or two before Thanksgiving.
I mean, well, Hunter, because some people can't request off order. That's not saying me. That's just saying in general, like your dad, my dad, other bullshit. If you have classes, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I'll be out. We'll be on break.
Oh, you'll be on break? Oh, well, okay, not you then. There's other, maybe, I don't know. Like, that's the whole problem with this bullshit. Because Thanksgiving will work because I'm on...
What day is Thanksgiving on?
It is on a Thursday.
What if we get it on like a Saturday?
Saturday.
Like the Saturday after.
You mean the 24th? Or not 24th, the 26th?
Yeah.
Will that be the day after Black Friday?
Hey, Alex.
I can probably
Alex. I'm about to have everything ready to go, brother. I need to know what topics we're fucking throwing up here.
Well, what do you guys want to talk about? NBA, NFL, college football, or
I've already got college football.
Well, why don't we just start off on one topic and just talk about it for like 20 minutes and switch or something?
All right, who is fucking pulling in the questions? Well, 20 minutes. Jesus Christ.
No. Here, Alex. I'll pull in the questions. I'm gonna let y'all answer them as best you can. I got questions.
Yeah, how about Titans get this question?
Okay, don't start it, jackass. I gotta get this.
Wait, you're just streaming it on YouTube?
Yes.
Yes, he has, Hunter, he has like a completely different, he has like a podcast channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Let me clear my throat. Let me get my time out. Let me get on Discord. Okay, I gotta make sure. Colby, is your Discord still the same?
It should be.
Is it the Cold Dozer, like this no hashtag 8?
Yeah,
Alright. Yeah, because I'm gonna talk to my computer and I'm not talking to fucking Discord.
All right, hey, I'm gonna let y'all know before Alex moves to Discord. These are the first 3 topics we're talking about. We're gonna average at least 30 minutes on these topics. So y'all need to.
Fucking life sucks, goddamn.
I love it.
Get off your damn phone.
Go to Discord, bitch.
Discord. Yep, give me 2 seconds and I will add everybody in there. Not.
Come on, Lakers.
What are they losing still?
By 8.
Oh yeah, they're probably gonna lose. The Jazz. I don't know why the Jazz are decent this year. I mean, maybe they're just well.
I know, they literally lost fucking
Maybe that made him better. Maybe that was maybe not Donovan Mitchell, but maybe fucking Rudy Gobert held him back. I mean, maybe he did. Offensively, he did. I mean,
Definitely not defensively though.
Lauri Markkanen's a good player. He's not. I mean, honestly, I'd take Lauri Markkanen over Rudy.
Wait,
Gobert.
didn't they get Colin Sexton or something?
Yeah, they got Lauri Markkanen and Colin Sexton in that trip, for the Donovan Mitchell deal.
Yeah, Lauri Markkanen has fucking 25.
Yeah, he's a good player. I'm not saying he's. I honestly would probably take him over Rudy Gobert. I'm not saying
Jesus, Russ has 23 off the bench.
Russ is doing his thing, dude. I'm telling you, man.
It's gonna be funny when they can't blame him no more.
Well, he's leading the team, man.
LeBron is not playing good.
Nope, LeBron's struggling. What's your channel, Tiger, called?
I'm about to sing it only for it. Just hang out, brother.
Why the hell is Hunter muted? That's so funny, Colby. Freaking K-State honestly has probably two of the most iconic photos of the entire season. College football this year. They're just extremely iconic photos.
All right. Y'all right here, this is what I want you to do. This is the channel. Just don't click on it until I tell you I'm fully live. I'm not putting a thumbnail on it or anything. Just, I've already got 3 titles up. We're going to talk about them for 30 minutes apiece. We're putting on streaming for at least 2 hours. So, Alex, this is the opportunity to go in, if you want to throw me questions, I'm going to throw y'all's questions, and we're just going to go with it.
Okay, I will say we will have to figure out a name because that is not the channel name.
Alex, I'll fix it later.
It's Tiger's podcast, but we'll figure out a sports name, something for them to change it to. We'll come up with that as a group. If that's okay with you fellas, we'll come up with that later on as a group.
Yeah, my favorite podcast to watch is Joe Rogan's podcast.
I love Joe Rogan's podcast as well.
That's why I got my weed pin, so I could be the weed smoker at us all.
Hunter's gonna go get his fucking that one beer he drinks. God damn it, the fucking
Modelo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hunter, you should, bud. We could have a drinking weed podcast.
Bro, I think. Oh damn it! I think the next thing we should do, if eventually later on, is if we like. I don't know how it'd work for Hunter and Colby, but I know Tiger has one already. Is a face cam.
Oh
yeah.
We can all trip acid too.
Well, Tiger, can't you connect a face cam to like a PS5?
Yeah.
Oh, you can or you can't?
I would hope so. Damn.
Cause there you go. You could literally get a fucking face cam and then go from there. Cause they have Discord on consoles now, right?
Really?
Only Xbox.
Yeah. I don't know if it's on the
Oh,
old.
it's pouring down rain. Goddamn.
Yeah.
That's not on old gen.
It is because it's on the Xbox. Yeah. So literally, if you got like a face cam, Hunter, you literally could plug it into the back of your PS4 and then just have it and go into Discord and have the cam on and it'll show you the face cam.
Yeah.
Yep, Colby, K-State's gonna win. Texas is not ready for that cold.
What is it? You said Kansas is losing?
Tell my friend that Adrian Martinez is a better start than Mr. Will Howard.
He's a better start?
Yeah.
See, my profile picture is Will Howard right now because I love it.
Alex, but we know typical Will Howard.
Okay, I don't know. It's I don't know.
Because my friend said, well, we should probably start Will Howard because he's a better passer.
I mean, I won't disagree with their pass offense has looked better with Will. I will admit that, and it also, but if Adrian doesn't start, I would be shocked, to be honest. But I think there's a chance Will could play if Adrian doesn't play well.
What do you think will happen if Adrian does come out and he doesn't play well and they lose?
They'll put in Will Howard, but at the same time, I would not be surprised if Will starts because it's really a hard call because you have a guy who got you to 5-1 with some big wins and went on the road at OU and some other big wins, and then you have a guy who in his last 2 games has thrown the ball for over 400 yards and 5 touchdowns and led you in a big blowout win over a number 9 team in the country. And honestly, if he didn't get hurt in the TCU game in the second half, they probably would have won because he was rolling. but I'm not going to use injuries as an excuse in that game. TCU made great second half adjustments, like their stupid fans on Twitter say, and but whoever starts Colby, I am completely okay with it. But I think the more important statistic in this game tomorrow is tackling, because Bijan Robinson forces the most missed tackles in the country for running backs, and
you can't have Quinn Ewers ball out because
I don't believe he will, because I don't know how good. I do not
it's
know.
Very young.
It's young because Colby. They're gonna have Felix. They're gonna be good. They're gonna be rolling, dude. Because if Felix can lead Duke on their opposite side, they're both opposite edge rushers. They're gonna do their thing.
Oh, you ready?
Young. What, Tiger?
You ready?
I need KU to make a big upset tomorrow.
Well, they gotta beat Oklahoma State on the road.
Favorite to win.
I don't know.
Hopefully we're gonna have...
I don't know how they are, to be honest.
Because of Jalen Daniels.
I admire KU for how they've been successful this year. That's great for them. It's great for the state of Kansas to be another competitive team.
So, Alex, you ready?
Pass rush, KU's offensive line will probably get destroyed, to be completely honest. The reason why K-State's did is because K-State has probably the best offensive line in the Big 12. Completely honest.
Alex, you ready?
Yeah, you're good.
Alright, give me 2 seconds and we'll get going.
Do you want me to click on the link or no? I just did anyways, but you know what? Whatever. I'm going to subscribe first of all.
Yeah. Whoa, wow.
Bless you.
It's raining here too, Colby.
It's supposed to rain all day.
Yes.
Well, not now.
It's been raining all day. I just realized I still have my jeans on. What the hell am I doing?
Well, I'm ready for this Oklahoma rebuild, guys. I'm ready.
Where's how you play tomorrow?
Baylor.
Ooh.
That's going to be an interesting one.
Where's it at?
Norman.
Oh, they'll win. They'll win. If it's in Norman, they'll win. 100%.
Yeah, because everyone's healthy. Everyone's healthy. We're actually playing good. Our defense looks like our beginning year defense.
Where's it at?
No.
I think it. Alright. Are you live, Tiger?
I am. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm about to send this over to a couple people and then we'll get going.
You're good.
Yep, I'm gonna be the Joe Rogan of this podcast, everyone. I love Joe Rogan.
Russ is getting MVP.
Well, they are terrible. Oh, they're gonna.
1 minute they're fucking booing the guy, everything he does.
You know, they're glad to see his success. I don't think they hate him. I think they're just pissed because he's playing like shit, and they want to see him succeed. I think they all do. They're glad he's succeeding in his new role. They're gonna cheer him, you know. But Lakers do have bad fans. They really do. They have crappy fans.
Because they're spoiled fans.
Sure, the Thunder have great fans because you know what? They're loyal no matter what. They don't boo players. They don't do any of that. Okay, I lied. They booed KD when he came back, but that's because KD's a douchebag, and no one likes KD.
And now we're trying to get it.
Oh, there we go. There's a topic. Talk about the Kyrie getting suspended for 5 games and his partnership with Nike being suspended, and also some other things about that whole situation.
Just hang on a second, Alex. We'll get going.
What did he do? I forgot what he did.
He said some pretty offensive things.
Oh, Patrick Beverly has not done anything hardly for LA.
Oh no, he's not there to score. Like I told you that before. He's there
Or
to play
hardly
defense.
even playing defense. offense either. It seems like.
You know, he's there to play defense. He can shoot. I don't know. They need to go on a run, man. That they're gonna fucking win, but it's probably not gonna happen. Which you can't win them all. Which I think we're seeing some not bright things, but some good things. But the Lakers, they still gotta get some guys. They gotta get some shooters. I'm telling you, dude, trade Buddy Hield for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. Yep, give up Russ.
Well, if they give up Russ, I'm not even going to support the Lakers anymore.
What are you going to go to the Pacers?
Okay, I don't even support the Lakers. I just support Russ.
I mean, I support like LeBron and Russ, really, but I'm a
I
LeBron
support.
guy.
I only support OKC and whatever team Russ is, basically.
Oh yeah, I support the Thunder. No matter
All right,
what.
Alex, you ready?
Yep.
All right. So give me 1 second, and we will start with the first question. And I'll let y'all go ahead and think on the first question here, because I'm going to show off the list of the top 25 and basically read off the top 4 with the 2 sitting on the outskirts. And I'll read off 2 more. But just here's the question. I'm going to go ahead and y'all can go ahead and start thinking about it and give me answers here in just a moment. The question is, do y'all think... Because the 2 games that I'm more worried about this weekend for the playoffs is the Alabama-LSU game and the Tennessee-Georgia. Now, I'm going to let everybody have their own floor and answer it, but y'all think on it for a little bit, get your thought process ready, because the first question I'm about to ask here is, y'all are probably going to fucking be blown out of your fucking mind here in a moment. Actually, Alex... I'll just start with you, Alex, while I'm looking for something. So, Alex, the top 25 college football, everybody should know what it is. I'm just going to kind of do a little scan through. Not going to read it too fast, but I'm going to let y'all hear it. Tennessee, Ohio State, Georgia, Clemson, Michigan, Bama. That's your top 6. TCU, Oregon, USC, LSU, Ole Miss, UCLA, Kansas State at 13, Utah, Penn State, Illinois, North Carolina, Oklahoma State, Tulane, Syracuse, Wake Forest, North Carolina State, Oregon State, Texas, and Central Florida.
Hook 'em down.
Hmm?
I said, hook those horns down, baby.
Damn. So, your top 6, Tennessee, Ohio State, Georgia, Clemson, Michigan, Bama. You know what? I'll throw in TC and Oregon. So, Alex, out of those top 8 teams right there, because I'm going to go to everyone, in your opinion, what do you think of those rankings? Like, what do you think of those top 8? Just go ahead and just start talking about it, brother.
Well, it's going to change dramatically this weekend because one plays 3, which whoever loses more than likely is not going to be in the SEC championship game for the SEC East. And I think personally, Tennessee will win, but that's me. I think Bama and LSU. I think that's a big game for Bama because I don't think it's as big of. I mean, it's a big game for LSU, I guess, because if they win, they have a chance to win the division. But I don't believe LSU is going to make the college football playoff. But I think it's a big game for them to win the SEC or going to win the SEC West and possibly get into the SEC championship game. But I don't think they'll win that. I think Bama is. I still would argue Bama is the best team in the SEC, but I think Tennessee is probably for sure offensively. Tennessee's defense scares me because their defense has looked kind of questionable. I am not gonna lie, and when they play Bama's offense isn't very good, or not. It's not that great to me. I don't believe their wide receivers are great. I think that's one of their setbacks.
Okay.
I think a lot of teams in the top 6, whatever 7, whatever you want to call it. I think so. What the top 4 is? What Tennessee, Ohio State, Georgia, and Michigan. I think
Clemson, yes, but keep going.
Or Clemson. Well, I don't think Clemson will win the ACC personally. But that's me. I think they're completely overrated with DJ Uiagalelei quarterback. I mean, we've talked about it, off stream and stuff before about the top 4, top 5. That I think the top 4 at the end of the day will more than likely be probably Tennessee. Now, this isn't in specific order. Tennessee, Michigan. I'm going to go with Ohio State. I think 2 Big Ten teams get in. I think names make a big part in this because they want revenue, obviously, and they want people to come watch it, obviously. And I think Michigan gets in. I think Ohio State gets in. I think Tennessee gets in, and I think Georgia gets in. I don't believe Bama will get in.
Okay, so
You think Michigan will get in?
At Hunter, they're undefeated.
Okay, here. Then you know what? I'll go ahead and swap to Hunter here. Hunter, what do you think of the top 8? Who's your top 4, and who do you think will finish out the season with? Who do you think gets in to the college playoff this year?
Well, I don't think Bama will get in because I think they could very well lose tomorrow and be out of contention of it. But I think it'll be Georgia, Tennessee. Damn it, I'm forgetting the other 2 who I was thinking about.
Ohio State, maybe.
Hold on.
No, you're good. I actually wanted to put another point to Hunter.
Go ahead.
Game and possibly could lose.
Well, I don't know.
I wanted to actually Hunter ask you to your.
You think Ohio State will get in?
I think they have the best quarterback in the country.
Yeah, I think they'll get in. They're 8-0.
And I think they're the best team in college football.
I think I definitely agree with that. And
I will actually add to Hunter's point about Bama. Bama also, if they win this weekend, they still got to go on the road to Ole Miss next week.
oh
Which
yeah,
is
no,
a really tough environment.
With that, and they're 11th in the country, and they're
Yeah.
kind of also playing
That's
for the
a trap
SEC.
game for them.
oh,
They're also
definitely
playing
is.
for the SEC West as well.
Well then, Kobe, let me
Yeah.
ask you this question, Kobe. Who's your top 4 getting in, and what's your opinion on who doesn't get in, and why shouldn't they not get in?
Hold on. Before you start with Colby, do you think TCU has a legitimate chance?
Are you asking me, or are you asking me?
Just anybody. Or fucking Clemson.
Okay, so I'll say this nicely as I can. And I've had this conversation multiple times with Alex, and Alex has gave me his 2 points on it. I can see TCU getting in, but the only way TCU gets in is they would have to go undefeated, they'd have to win the Big 12, and then they got to hope the dear Lord that either Ohio State or Michigan loses 2 games just to get their ass in. But I don't see them getting in.
If TCU gets in there, they're going to play one of those other really good teams, and they're probably going to get spanked.
I agree.
Because I think they're overrated.
I agree with that completely.
Okay.
They've only beaten beat-up teams, and
Yep. All right,
Y'all ready for this?
Yep.
Go ahead, Kobe. Give me your thing because I got to take a phone call.
I think this weekend will be a chaos weekend.
Yes, sir.
My thing. I think TCU will lose a game.
who do they play?
Yes, sir.
They play Texas Tech, and Texas
sir.
Tech, they've been playing pretty tough against some teams.
They're
Now,
feisty.
I'm not going to say TCU is going to lose, but TCU will lose either next week or by the end of the season, before the Big 12 championship game. They will have a loss.
TCU does play. This is their final 4 is Tech tomorrow. They got to also go on the road to Austin.
I think that will be a loss,
I think that they also got to go on the road to Waco and Baylor.
and that's a very tough
And then
place.
they come home for Iowa State, who plays really good defense.
That'll be a win.
I think I have Georgia winning tomorrow.
Really?
I think Tennessee's defense, it's not the best. And I think Georgia will slow down Hendon Hooker.
Okay.
Tomorrow it'll be a really good game.
Oh, definitely.
I have Bama winning. I think Bama's, how we all know Nick Saban.
I think
I agree.
Bama's is too much for LSU.
Bama's too much. I have Notre Dame upsetting Clemson.
Ooh.
That's
Really?
I agree. That is very possible because
No.
they did go on the road this past week and beat a ranked Syracuse team who's
I
pretty
think-
dang good.
My top 4 is going to be Georgia. I think Ohio State's going to be number 1 by the playoffs.
Okay.
2 will be Georgia. The
Okay.
Michigan-Ohio State game is going to be a very big game.
I think
Okay.
that determines
I
who
think-
gets in the playoff.
I don't think.
I think Ohio State will.
I think Ohio State's going to beat Michigan, and that takes away Michigan's chances. So I think 3 will be Bama, since it's Bama, and 4. Oh, we haven't had a Pac-12 team, but I don't think this year. I think Clemson will be the 4th spot, even though they lost to. I'll say they'll lose to Notre Dame this weekend, but
That is true. There is several weeks of this left of the playoff.
But I think Clemson will be the 4th, Tiger. That's my final
What do
4.
What do you think?
Ohio State, Georgia, Bama,
For
Clemson.
Pac-12, what about Oregon?
I was gonna ask the same question actually. What do you think about
Oregon?
They're sneaky. They are.
They're sneaky, but I just think the college football,
I mean,
they hate
that is
the
true.
Pac-12, man. They hate.
You got to look at their final 3 games though. They have a pretty good, solid Washington team at home. They're home for Utah, who's ranked. They're pretty good, and then they got to go on the road in a rivalry game with Oregon State. Who's
I think
surprisingly
they'll
very good
win,
this year.
and then of course they'll play USC, which
Yeah. Which is-
I can't pick against. I gotta pick against USC because of that dirty coach of Lincoln Riley. We all hate him. We love you, Caleb Williams. We love you. We support you, but that dirty coach, we don't.
Yeah.
So
But I just think if you look at it, Clemson would probably take the spot over Oregon.
all right.
Oh yeah.
So I definitely.
What's the next one?
Well, actually, hold on a
The
second.
next discussion.
Well, hold up a second. Before we jump into the next question, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to throw mine out, and y'all can just linger on mine if you want. But Alex already heard mine. And before I say mine, Alex, do you want to let them know why this will probably never happen, but if it does, it would be funny as hell?
His is more like his personal hope, but it's very unrealistic.
Yeah, it wouldn't. I don't think it would never happen.
Auburn to get in.
No.
They're 3-5. That'd be the first 7-5 team I've ever seen get in a play.
Anywho,
Damn, I didn't
no.
know Auburn was that bad.
They're
Yeah,
not
we're doing
very
terrible.
good. They just fired their head coach mid-season.
Yeah, no, they did. They definitely did. So here's what I would say. I think I definitely agree with Alex and Kobe. I think this Georgia team is going to give Tennessee a run for their money. I would like to see Tennessee win. But the problem is going to be is I think if Tennessee wins this ball game, they're going to have to get out of that quarterback. They got to get after that quarterback, and they're going to win that ball game like they're supposed to. Ohio State, who do they play this weekend, by the way? Anybody have a clue? Anybody got a clue who they play?
1-7 Northwestern.
Okay, I will say this. Northwestern has been that team to scare the shit out of people, and I think Alex and Kobe can agree with me on this. They have done it before.
Even though they're 1-7 though.
It is on the road, which I just don't think that matters.
I don't think it's going to happen, but it could. And
Right now, we got a interesting contest with 6-2 Oregon State and 6-2
I agree.
Washington.
I agree. Clemson, Alex, did you say Clemson may not get in this year?
I don't believe they will.
Okay.
I think they are extremely overrated. I honestly think K-State could beat Clemson. That's how overrated. I
So-
think
They are, but Alex, look at. Would you rather have? I mean, Oregon and Clemson will have the same record. So, would you take an ACC champ over a Pac-12 champ? Or
No.
you take,
I would take if it's Oregon or USC, absolutely. I don't because I believe Bo Nix is better than DJ Uiagalelei. I think Oregon's better than Clemson. I think the ACC
but
just
I
sucks.
think they're going to take that blowout loss to Georgia probably.
So.
When Georgia
When Georgia blew out Oregon at the very beginning. Yeah, that is true. I forgot
So-
about that 'cause that was.
Before we move on to the next question, here's my final four. I have it as Tennessee, TCU, Oregon, and Clemson. Y'all can laugh on that as much as you want, but go ahead.
So to me, how that Final Four seems, you're expecting some teams like Michigan and Oregon, Ohio
It's not
State.
bad. It's not
Well,
bad.
no, what I think he means, because I'd have to look into other teams'
I don't think
schedules.
TCU will get in.
I don't either, but it should
I
happen.
see TCU losing one of these weeks.
I mean, Ohio State, because Ohio State's weird, because like they're weird because they kind of blown out everybody they've played this year, which they really haven't played anybody that's actually good besides Penn State.
But I think they're the best team in the college football.
I think the Michigan game to me determines who gets in for the Big Ten. If Michigan wins, they'll get in. But we gotta also think about it. You gotta look at the Big Ten West too. Not saying about the playoff, but what if? So I have an honest question for you before we go to the next topic. If say like Ohio State wins, right?
Yeah.
In the Big Ten West, they would play at the moment. I'd have to look.
Illinois is number 1, Alex.
Illinois. Okay. Say they lost to Illinois. Does anybody in the Big Ten get in?
I don't think so, but here's where I would be. This is where I would end up throwing the question.
That would be a conference. They'd have no conference champion within.
Well, then if that's the case, if that happens, Alex, and let's say it does happen, I think at that point, I think you got to go over to the Big 12 and the Pac-12, and I think you got to have that conversation.
Oh, I have something to say.
Go ahead.
Alex, do you think so? Are you saying does Illinois win out, or do they lose a game, or do they lose a game?
They got Michigan. That's a tough one. I think. I mean, the Big Ten West sucks. Besides them, I think. Well, Purdue's okay, but it's quite. I think Illinois wins the Big Ten West unless they start losing games. But they also
So they play Michigan on the 19th.
That could be a game day location, probably. I think.
Are you so? I'm the answer like trying to help out. You think Illinois will win out the rest of the year and play?
I think they'll lose to Michigan, but I still believe they'll win their division, even with that Michigan loss. And if
Illinois loses to Michigan, and say Illinois wins against Ohio State, then I say no Big Ten team should be.
Absolutely.
Right.
No way.
In the playoffs.
And I believe, and this is kind of with the new playoff expansion, they're going to 12 teams now, if you didn't know that, Hunter.
Wait, what?
So with the college football playoff, right?
Yeah.
It's not 4 teams anymore. Well, it is this year, but they're going to 12 now.
Oh, nice.
So they're gonna have more. So what it is there'll be. I believe there's gonna be 6. I think you're gonna have an every conference champion winner of each conference of the Power 5 if I remember right, Colby. You're gonna have like a G5, which is like a Cincinnati or a UCF. Well, not UCF. Actually, you can't say that anymore. Not Cincinnati, because they'll be in the Big 12 next year.
Tulane is the number 1 Group of 5 team.
Yeah, right now Tulane would be the team that get in because they're the best right now, the best Group of 5 team. But there's going to be like, I think, what is it, like the runner-up or whatever it's called, like a team like Notre Dame or somebody like another team like who lost like Michigan if they lost to Ohio State. It's hard to explain, but they're going to go to 12 teams now, which I think is exciting for college football because it'd be teams like K-State, if they're like 12, they could very well get in.
Should we move on? Next topic.
If y'all want to, it's up to you.
All right, Tiger, what's your second question?
Okay, so I'm kind of looking at this a little bit more here. So my next one is going to be, I'm going to hold off on NBA. I'm going to use NBA as the last one because I got some question in there. So I'm going to go to NFL next, okay?
Okay.
So, NFL, and I'm actually going to start with Hunter because, Hunter, I want to hear your opinion on this. And this is between you and me, starting off. Both of our teams are a piece of shit. Do you agree with me?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. No.
But I think, well, I mean, it was kind of more expected out of Pittsburgh than it was Green Bay, though.
Correct. I agree. I definitely agree with you. So, if, let's just say for shits and giggles, let's say for the fuck of it, somehow both Green Bay and Pittsburgh start getting on a run here, and Alex will be like, oh shit, I'd be fucking shocked. But let's say Green Bay and Pittsburgh start getting on a run here, and we start winning ball games. Are you now sitting here saying, oh, Aaron Rodgers still the GOAT, Aaron Rodgers can do what he got to do? Well, what are you saying?
Well, here's the thing about that. Is when Green Bay won that Super Bowl, it was a similar year to this one, and they went in as a wild card team, got hot late in the season, and they just carried the momentum and won. But I'm not gonna say Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT because I don't say that. I didn't say that last year.
All right.
Because
So,
I think there's not even a debate on who the GOAT is.
oh yeah, we already know who the GOAT is, and it's Tom Brady. But at the same time, like I think he's having a rough season right now. So, Alex, Atlanta Falcons looking fucking phenomenal, bro. Number 1 in your division, baby. How does it feel? How does it feel to hold a number 1 spot in playoff? Not number 1 overall, but number 1 spot in playoff. You are number 1 in the division. What's your thought process on it, man? What's your thought process on Atlanta?
It's a great feeling, you know. With a lot of people outing Atlanta would say they'd only win 2 games, and you know, I'm not gonna even lie to you. I didn't have high expectations. I had 4, 5, 6 wins at max, to be honest. I thought they'd be competitive.
Okay. I'd like to ask Alex a question.
Go ahead.
Whenever he's done.
So it's a good feeling. They have some work to do. They're beat up in the secondary, and I am glad, not in a great way. I don't wish for injuries at all, but I'm glad the Chargers don't have Keenan Allen and Mike Williams on Sunday because that.
You guys play the Chargers?
Yeah, but they're going to be missing like 3 of their top 4 receivers.
Is it on the road or?
No, I'd have to look. I don't believe so, actually. I believe it's in an
Okay. The question I wanted to ask you is, well, actually 2 questions, I guess you could say.
Go ahead.
What do you believe is the main problem with Tom Brady's team? Do you think it's that offensive line being shit? Do you think it's the lack of?
I think it's a combination.
A combination of just everything.
I think Brady's starting to show age. My dad believes that as well. When they played Pittsburgh and they were missing a lot of guys in their secondary and they sucked offensively.
Yeah.
I think age is part of it. I mean, they're getting older. Guys I'm not saying Mike Evans isn't good anymore because I think if he went to Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers, they'd be really good.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
But you know, I think I think Todd Boyle sucks as coach personally. I don't know why they moved him to head coaching. Because to be honest, I think Brady's showing age. I don't think they're as good defensively.
The huge problem is that offensive line too.
I agree. I don't think they're as good as. But they also did.
The second question I wanted to say is who do you think is more likely to turn it around and make a playoff push? The Bucks or the Packers? Because I mean they're both not good.
I mean, do you want the real answer, or do you want us to go ahead and give you a?
I feel like you'll say the Bucks just because it's Tom Brady. You can never count out Tom Brady.
I would not say that. Being serious with you, look, I think I was gonna.
I have more faith in Brady's team as a whole than I do Green Bay. I don't have. Green Bay has a serious problem, and they have no receivers. I think they have some potential receiver. They have an extreme problem at receiver.
The thing I don't understand with them is they have Aaron Rodgers. He's like 38 years old, and I get they want to have these young guys to develop them, but if you have Aaron Rodgers for a short amount of time, why are you not doing everything you can to try to give him?
Completely correct.
I mean, he's gonna be gone in a few years anyway. Why aren't you trying to at least go all in?
Yeah.
While you... Okay.
Would say
so here, hold on. Let's process this. You lose the best receiver in football, and as a replacement, you bring in a getting old, injury-prone Sammy Watkins, and that's it. That's what they do.
Christian Watson and who's not healthy at all.
Draft 2 rookies, and that's what you do to replace Monte Adams.
Romeo Dobbs has been okay, but he's a rookie.
He'll be good. He'll be good in a few years, but why will it matter? They're not going to have Aaron.
And then they're going to have Jordan Love.
Yeah.
He had no way Alan Lazard to be wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't done. He's been horrible.
I don't know. I think I would trust Tampa as a team overall. I think Green Bay's they've been kind of a disappointment on the defense this year at times.
Green Bay just needs to run the ball. Just give Aaron Jones the ball.
You know what? Because because if they run the ball, it sets up play action for guys like who's with some speed to get downfield. You know, I think, and it's been kind of interesting. I've seen several games this year where like Aaron Jones has been their leading receiver in touchdown catches. I'm like, you can't do. You cannot have a running back lead the team in receiving.
Because nobody can get open. That's why.
I would take Tampa because I believe, like you said, it's not just because Brady. I think they're better offensively, even with their struggles. I think they have better receivers, obviously, better guys on the offense. Leonard Fournette, who's pretty good this year. I would take, but you can't. But if I don't, Green Bay's got to do something. I don't care. If I was a Packers fan, I'd be fuming because it's like they don't want to win.
I know.
It's really like that. It's like they don't want to win. And you see this team like Atlanta, who people say have one of the worst rosters in the NFL, which I'm not arguing that by any means. They don't have a lot of great players, but they have a good enough roster where they're winning like 4-4 and they're first in the division.
So, Alex, or actually, this will meet all three of you. So, we all know who is the top three. I'm going to say teams, but we should know who the top three boys are.
Where are you going by playoff standings?
We're going to go with, we'll go playoff standings first, and then we'll go by teams afterwards.
Well, so your current playoffs as this point in time, and the AFC, Buffalo's the 1, Tennessee's the 2, Kansas City's the 3, Baltimore's the 4, the Jets are the 5, Miami's 6th.
To me, it's obvious in the AFC who the best two are.
Okay,
It's
so
the Chiefs and the Bucs to me.
I agree.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
I think I don't trust Lamar with Baltimore. I just don't. I never have. I think he's so overrated.
Okay, so let me ask you this question, since because I definitely agree with you with not trusting Lamar. So with not trusting Lamar, and like I said, Lamar can be good on some games, not all, some. So if you don't want to trust Lamar, and your other thought process goes to another team, who do you trust more than Lamar? Like, who do you trust more?
I think a team in the AFC a lot of people should look out for because they are so talented everywhere is Miami. Tua he's weird to me. He's been pretty solid this year. They have two of the fastest receivers in Tyreek and Jalen Waddle. They just I'd have to look what they got at the trade deadline, but I know they got Jeff Wilson, who was the starter in San Fran, who's pretty good before McCaffrey got there, and some other guys. I think they got somebody. Didn't they trade for Bradley Chubb?
I just came in here.
Yeah.
Yep. So they got in a pretty elite pass rusher as well on their defense, which they really need. Pass rushers.
Did you just shoot me?
Sacks. But I don't like the Jets because I don't.
They're just
like
young.
I don't and I don't like Zach Wilson.
I do. I love the Milf Hunt.
I like him as a person. I like him as a person, but I think I think the Jets are intriguing. I think the Jets are really good defensively, and that could get him in the playoffs.
I can, but will I?
Who would be your sleeper team, so to speak, in the NFC?
Detroit.
In the NFC?
Yeah.
Detroit.
Shut up. Don't listen to him. Keep going.
I think San Francisco. I think 4-4. Their 4-4 does not explain their record. I don't believe it. Yes, my team beat them.
Oh,
I don't.
what about Minnesota?
Well, they're gonna win. They're the best team in their division by far.
Absolutely. I know, but I think they're a sleeper team to
Kirk
win.
Cousins. If we get if we get the good side of Kirk Cousins, absolutely, they could very well lose.
The NFC is wide open, dude.
I think if you get the good side of Kirk Cousins, they could very well be in the Super Bowl. But if you get the bad side, they will get beat in the first round by the fucking Giants. If the Giants that started today, I think because your NFC's Philly. I still don't believe in Philly. They haven't played anybody besides Minnesota.
So
you know who? Okay, and this isn't taking a dodge at Tiger by any means. You know who Philly's like, Connor?
Who?
They're like that Steelers team that started 11-0. They have the Steelers at that point didn't play anybody. This is Philly. This is their 8 games. the Lions, the Lions. They beat the Lions. Beat the Vikings. Beat the Commanders. Beat the Jags, Cardinals, Cowboys, Steelers, and Texans. To me, they've played.
There's like two good.
And that's the Cowboys and the fucking Vikings.
I think
they still have to play the Commanders, Colts, Packers, Titans, Eagles,
all the talking
Giants,
rhetoric you
Bears,
got going on,
Cowboys,
I
Saints,
can end it.
and Eagles again. Or not the Eagles, but Giants.
Buffalo wins the Super Bowl.
and the Giants are
Alabama wins the
6-2
national
right now.
championship.
Giants are solid.
No.
Cowboys are solid.
But
I think
came
the
back here
Titans
to
are
you.
solid.
Bring it
I
down
think
a
they're
little
getting better
okay.
as the year goes on. Derrick
Okay.
Henry's honestly kind of been sleeper this year. He's actually kind of having a
Okay.
really good season
I heard
with
it.
kind of,
I feel like
going
nobody's
top.
been talking about him either.
And they're not. It's weird. I mean, Hunter, he has 700 yards rushing with 7 touchdowns, and no one's talking about that.
Who is? I'm
I
sorry.
think
Derrick Henry.
if Green Bay could sneak in as a wild card team,
That would
considering how open the NFC is, I'm not saying they'll fucking win the NFC, but I think they could make a run if they start playing well.
It would have to, depending matchups. They'd have to play something.
If they play a really good run defense team like San Francisco again, it'll be over.
like that. Well, yeah. I think because if you look at it, the NFC right now,
Because remember, they changed it. There's 3 wild card teams now.
Yep. So because the wild cards are 5, 6, and 7. Yep. You gotta think about it. Remember, Atlanta right now would. So at the moment, Atlanta. If they do it, if I think how they do it, Atlanta would be at home against Dallas right now. I would take that matchup. I think Dallas is overrated. I think they've always been.
That'll be a good game.
I think Dak sucks. Okay, not sucks, but
He's not good in the playoffs. That's for sure.
I think Zeke is washed already. I think they're.
Yeah, he's not even the best running back on their team.
Yeah, Tony Pollard.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Alex.
What's up?
Quick question for you guys, real quick. So, I'm kind of just scrolling through here while trying to look at different games, what games will look good, what games are going to catch people's attention. So I'm gonna go ahead and name off 2 here.
Are you saying games for this Sunday?
Oh,
Yeah.
Tiger, you should have us make like picks or something.
We'll definitely do that at the end. We'll get in, what we'll do is we'll go through list by list and give our opinions on each one. But I'm going to go ahead and give you just 2 games for right now. First game is, and this one is just because of me. I'd like to see this team do it. Bills Jets, Alex. I know we could probably sit here and talk about Bills all day, sit here and talk about Jets all day, but
it's an intriguing matchup because Buffalo has a really good pass offense. We all know this, correct?
And Jets have a really good defense.
But the Jets have a really good secondary. They're Sauce Gardner and I'm going to shout it out, but ex-K-State player DJ Reed have been locking it up for the Jets defense and have some of the best pass coverage in the league. That's an interesting matchup because it's in New York, actually, we'll go to Jersey because it's MetLife.
yeah.
But it's on the road. I don't know. It could very well be cold. I mean, that doesn't really bother Buffalo, but
No. If anything, it helps them.
yeah. But that's an intriguing matchup. I think the Jets will cover that 11.5 spread. I think they'll lose, but I think it'll be a good game.
Okay.
I don't think it'll be a high-scoring game at all.
Okay.
I believe the Jets' defense will keep them in it.
All right. So, Hunter, next game. Tennessee Chiefs.
Well, that's Sunday Night Football.
Well,
by the way.
if Derrick Henry can get going, because I feel like, the Chiefs' running defense is questionable.
Yeah.
So I think if Derrick Henry can have a pretty good, solid game, and the Titans can keep the Chiefs' offense in check, which is never going to be easy, but I feel like the Chiefs will win. They'll just outscore the Titans.
Okay.
Probably.
I think I agree with that. But I think Tennessee, one thing they got to do is they got to control the clock. If they're able to run the ball,
Yeah, if they can control the
like
time
to
of possession.
Statement.
What's up, Colby?
Ryan Tannehill is still questionable, so Malik Willis might get to start.
I think that's a rookie quarterback that was drafted in the 4th.
All right. So since Kobe had to talk about,
Ryan Tannehill doesn't play, you think Malik Willis will get it done?
I think he does. I know. Okay. I don't think he gets it done. I think Meek Willis comes in. I think he does a good job. I think it keeps them in the game as close as they can. But I definitely agree with Hunter. Kansas City's offense, and I have watched them, and Alex knows me that I fucking hate them. But, like, I have seen their offense. Their offense is way, way too good. Their offense is way,
like
way
the
too
Golden
good.
State of the NFL.
You know, another thing about that is everybody said they would suck on offense losing Tyreek Hill. I honestly think they're better.
Oh, they are.
honestly. Because you know what? Because you think about it. With Tyreek Hill, they were the deep ball, the big play. Now, without that real speed, you got guys like Juju's having a solid year. Travis Kelce's the best tight end in the game. You got guys like, Marquez Valdez-Scantling having a solid year. Marcole Hardman, other guys. They're more receptive to, like, the actual field, not just throwing it down the field. They're more like we're going to use the field, like, every 8 to 10 yards passing. That'll be the deep ball. Their run game questions me. I don't like Clyde Edwards-Helaire at all. I think he fucking sucks. They have no true running back, and that's their problem. And if the Titans can just contain the pass, make them run the ball, they're in trouble because they have no true run game.
Okay. So, Kobe, quick question for you real quick before we move on to the big topic that I know where all three of you are going to love. So, basically, we will come back to this to give our picks on these games and also our picks for the college, too. Out of all these games, Kobe, what game do you think is going to catch people's eyes this weekend? And I'll just name off a few here. You've got Saints Ravens, Buccaneers Rams, Bears Dolphins, Bengals Panthers, Commanders Vikings, Jaguars Raiders, Packers Lions, Colts Patriots, Chargers Falcons. What game do you think is going to be the game that no one expects to be a really, really good game? Which one do you think it's going to be, Kobe?
I want to say the Rams and the Bucks because if you look at it, they're in the standings in the playoffs. They're 10-9, which I think
The winner of those teams will have a chance to sneak into the wild card spot. Because if you look at it, Washington's 8. They're probably going to lose to the Vikings tomorrow.
Okay.
Then let's see, the 7th seed is San Fran, and they got a bye. Yep, they have a bye.
But look at it. The Bucks and Rams have a chance to sneak into the final spot.
Well,
So I think that might be the game to watch out for.
so you say
It
Rams,
definitely
Bucks?
has playoff in
Oh, definitely does.
Definitely does. And I'm going to say it. Tom Brady is going to find a way to make the playoffs because it's,
I think I definitely agree. I think
Who do the Bucks play?
Rams.
Tomorrow, the Rams. Or Sunday, the Rams.
duh.
In Tampa.
Brady's going to find a way to make those playoffs. So I think Rams and Bucks is going to be a playoff game.
Which I don't believe the Bucks will win the division. And that's not me being a Falcons homer at all. I do not believe they will.
I'd have to
Because-
go look at the Bucks' remaining schedule.
Okay, so I'm already on that, but I'll tell you right now. So the Bucks they have after this game Sunday, they got the Seahawks, who's been surprising.
They're a
this year.
feisty team.
They're
better than the Broncos.
They have the Browns in Cleveland, which, they're
With-
pretty tough defensively, and they're all solid offensively. You got the Saints. They'll probably win that game.
You never know with the Saints.
Well,
The Saints
that's true.
Hold on. Don't the Saints always have the Bucks number?
yeah, they do.
As of in recent memory, yes, they did lose to them this year in the regular season, but in the
I
past.
think last year too.
So in Tom Brady's actually career, in the regular season, since joining the Bucks against the Saints, he's like 1-4.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the playoffs, he's like 2-0. But
Brady's
got-
always finds a
so
way.
they got the Saints on a Monday night, and they're on the road in San Francisco, which I think that's a loss.
Oh, I think it is.
Yeah.
Then they come home for the Bengals, on the road for the Cardinals, at home for the Panthers, and then they cap off the year on the road in Atlanta.
I don't know. I don't know.
And
I think when they lost to Green Bay, that could be huge because Green Bay is also in that same position as them,
wild card.
fighting for a
So
playoff.
if you actually look at it, the Falcons have actually the second easiest remaining schedule in the NFL by their records and all that. So they got the Chargers tomorrow or Sunday, at home. Then they're on the road for a Thursday night against Carolina, which Carolina isn't very good. But
they almost lost to Carolina last
That
week.
is true. That game was weird.
Carolina's gotten a little better.
It'll be interesting for sure. Since they could lose because it's a road game, but they also have been pretty solid on the road this year. They're at home for Chicago, on the road for the Commanders, at home for Pittsburgh. Then they are at home or on the road in New Orleans. They're on the road in Baltimore, at home for the Cardinals, and home for Tampa.
Don't sleep on the Commanders because they're not bad.
No, and Carson Wentz this year offensively, his statistics, like he's been pretty solid. I mean, he has 6 picks, but I mean, we ain't gonna say much because Matt Stafford has more picks than touchdowns. But we're just gonna, move on from that.
I got a question for you, Mr. Blake.
What's up, buddy?
So I've asked you this question before. If the Falcons make the playoff, do you keep Mariota or do you give Desmond Ritter his chance?
Mariota has been and this is what a lot of people talk about with Falcons Twitter as well. I see the question. It's kind of hard to, get rid of a guy who's winning, even if it's questionable play. Kind of like it's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
He's honestly kind of costed us a couple games this year. He fumbled at midfield against the Saints, and that led to them winning the game. He threw a pick on the last play of the game, which it's the last play of the game against the Rams in the end zone. But we also started that game slow. He almost cost us the game against Carolina. He threw a pick down the field like the second play of overtime, and they returned it and almost won the game on a field goal, but they luckily missed it. I think it's I don't know. I wouldn't know. I would go to the rookie after the season, but I could still see them keeping Mariota.
All right. So
I mean, he's been solid. He hasn't been great, but he hasn't been awfully bad. No.
Oh yeah, no.
He's had moments where he's been consistent.
I agree with you. I think Mariota's doing. I think, bro. This is where me and Alex could have this conversation where, because I've had conversations with Alex, and I think he's even told Hunter this, Kobe, that Alex point blank told me, even with the Steelers, were the quarterback situation, right? So, off season, me and Alex, back and forth, Alex can tell you this, I point blank wanted so badly, wanted Kenny Pickett to start. And now it's like, no, Tyler, you got to give Trubisky his chance, you got to give him time, you got to do what you got to do. And I gave him his time. I gave Trubisky his time. I respected it. He had to do what he had to do. Now, am I mad?
That Trubisky's going to start. It
Correct.
doesn't matter whether he's good or not. He's going to start. He's a veteran in the league with a winning record.
And I agree.
Start him over a rookie.
I agree. But I give him what he is. Now, am I mad at what Kenny Pickett's doing right now? No. He's a rookie. He's learning. He is doing the best he can. You know what? I got to give the guy props. He's doing what he's got to do. I think right now with Atlanta, stick with Mariota. Mariota's looking good. He's got a little up and down here and there. He's a veteran, like you've said before. Give him time. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. I think Falcons win that division, and I think it's going to be – I think if Atlanta doesn't win, it's going to come down between – and Alex could probably agree with me. It's going to come down to that last game, Tampa, Atlanta. It's going to come down to that game, finding out who gets in.
And I didn't know.
I just don't see Tampa Bay's offense showing up. Like, they haven't even shown up.
I mean, Atlanta does get back Cordero Patterson this weekend from the IR. He missed 4 games with a little microscopic knee surgery he had. Which I like Cordero. Obviously, he's a good player. He plays hard. Before he got hurt, he actually was like 3rd in the league in rushing yards.
Go ahead, Kobe.
Which, because
I got a question, bud.
Go ahead.
What's been happening with Najee Harris, man? He hasn't been looking good.
I'm gonna go with the same statement that Alex has gave me multiple times. Najee Harris last year looked good, but it's just we don't have a run offense, and I think me and Alex have had this conversation multiple times. We don't have a run offense. Our offense right now is just giving up way too many stuff here and there. Najee's not able to get through. And if you want to be completely honest with you, and I think Alex could probably answer it before I can, or say it before I can, it's our offensive coordinator. We've got to get a new offensive coordinator. Alex can agree with me on this. We got to get a new offensive coordinator. It's not because of the quarterback problem. It's not because of Najee Harris. It's not because of the offense. It is our offensive coordinator, and Alex can even tell you it is our offensive coordinator.
I
So
think Matt Canada sucks. His play calling's a turd. I think Najee's problem, Colby, part of it. I think their offensive line, run offense sucks. Their offensive line sucks. They're not blocking well, but they're doing okay pass blocking. I think Pittsburgh's they got a good draft pick with George Pickens. I think he's going to be the best receiver on their team.
And you think Kenny Pickett's the future?
do I think he is?
I think you got to
yeah.
give him a chance. You can't. If they get a good pick,
You can't just get rid of him without even really giving him a
because
chance.
this is how I fare this. If they get a good pick, right, Colby and Tiger and
Yeah.
Hunter, they're not drafting a quarterback. If they do, they're stupid.
No. Here's
If they do, they do not believe in Kenny Pickett.
no. And I agree with you. And I'm not going to disagree with you on that. And I'm not going to disagree.
I think
But
Pittsburgh drafts a need. I think they draft an offensive lineman, the best available probably.
oh yeah,
Maybe a corner because they're kind of having issues at secondary. I
there's
think a corner is very possible.
Correct.
I'd say an offensive lineman or a corner is who.
there's a rumor right now from I had saw something because I want to get ready to move on to this bit, but we can. I'll add one more question before we get rolling. But I saw a rumor where Pittsburgh was looking at trying to grab a defensive lineman. Now, I got no problem with a defensive lineman. I understand why they're doing it because of TJ. TJ is injury prone. The boy is now healthy, but he's not that full 100%. I can understand why. Cameron Hayward's getting old. I love Cameron Hayward. He's a hell of a defensive boy, but I definitely agree with Alex. Either an offensive line or a corner. Our free safeties are fine. Fitz is doing his job. You can't really ask any more. Our linebackers are doing about average like they're supposed to, so our defense is fine. Alex can probably agree with me. Our defense is fucking fine and fucking dandy, so they're fucking offense.
So, I will bring this up about the draft. So right now, the mock draft currently is Pittsburgh's going to get the number one pick. According to CBS, they believe they'll get the number one pick. This is who they have drafting. You guys, Hunter might not know who it is. I don't know. Colby knows who it is for sure. I know Tiger probably does, and I do as well.
What's his name?
The Steelers are predicted to draft Will Anderson from Alabama.
Yeah, that's the
I
rumor.
like that. Him and TJ would be a good fit.
Ooh, that would be dangerous.
So what do you think of this pick? So the Texans would get the second. They would draft Bryce Young.
I think it's smart.
But what about Davis? But what about Davis Mills? He hasn't been horrible.
No,
They
he's
don't
not.
have much there.
I would rather have CJ Stroud, to be honest.
I would too, personally. But Bryce Young's also not a bad pick as well. The third pick would be Detroit. It'd be C.J. Stroud.
Do you guys think whoever lands OBJ is going to be a big difference maker?
No.
Maybe, but it's gonna be a toss-up.
No.
No.
I mean, he did. He was for the Rams.
All right.
Last-
Okay,
So
I have a
Hunter-
question for Hunter.
Yeah.
Hunter, which wide receiver do you want in this upcoming draft, bud? You want Jackson Smith Enigma, or do you want maybe this Jalen? I don't know what's his last name from Tennessee. He's
Jalen Hurdy.
Hurdy. He's pretty good. Who do you want, Hunter? Who do you want as a wide receiver?
I
Well, it
feel
also-
like it's kind of a weak receiving class, but
I know what he wants, and I know what Hunter wants, but I know he's not going to get him back because the problem is Green Bay. No, it's not Green Bay, and Hunter can probably agree. It's not Green Bay. It's Aaron. Aaron wants more money, but the problem is Aaron is fucking old, Hunter. And I agree with you. That boy is retired. I don't think Aaron's in. I don't think if Aaron at least makes playoffs this year. I think he does one more year, retires. If he doesn't, I think he retires this year.
I think when Hunter's thinking what he's saying, I think Green Bay's the draft. It's not really weak at receiver. It's just kind of some unknowns. There's like Jackson, Smith and Enigma is the most known guy. But according to this CBS Hunter, Green Bay is the 19th pick. This is who Colby. You know who this is. I don't know about Hunter and Tiger, but he's Jordan Addison from USC.
That's pretty good.
He's a 6 foot, 175 receiver. The pick
But
before
can
was
you tell me, is there any other wide receivers drafted before him?
Quentin Johnson from TCU would go to the Giants, and Jackson Smith Jackson Smith from Ohio State would go to the Patriots at 18.
I think if those guys got drafted before, then yeah, I think Quentin Jackson.
Jordan Addison's like the third available best receiver.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, here's a question: do you guys think Jordan Love will be the future for Green Bay?
No. I think
No. I think Green Bay will sign buddy.
I think they should probably draft a guy maybe not this coming year, but the following year, because there's some good quarterbacks the following year.
What do you think about drafting a guy in like the second or third round quarterback? I mean, yes, but those guys have been really. They're interesting because there's some solid quarterbacks.
Well,
I want it this year
still
out.
on the team.
I want it this year, Alex. I think the following year, I think, because you got
It's Aaron off.
you got the mullet man. The mullet man might be a good pickup for the Packers.
That's true.
What's his name?
Quinn Ewers, who very well could be.
You got a lot of people are saying the Florida quarterback's gonna come back next year.
Can't believe if the Chiefs drafted this guy, it'd be awesome. I'd honestly have to consider getting his jersey if they did. So the 30th pick from the Chiefs in the first round.
Oh, Felix
Anudike, edge rusher at K-State. I honestly would have to get a jersey just to wrap my support with my.
I agree.
Because that'd be awesome. That actually would be the first round pick guy for K-State since I believe it was Michael Bishop. Because Darren Sproles didn't even get drafted in the first round, and he was like one of the best running. He was the best running back in the country for several years at K-State.
You think Deuce will get drafted, Alex?
I don't know. There's a lot of people talking about that. I hope he don't leave because if he doesn't, because Colby, if he does, then he'll literally break records at K-State. He has 2 more years eligibility. He has next year and then the year after because of COVID. So if they give you the extra year for COVID, he literally will be he'll have every real main statistic running back category at K-State.
Okay, so I agree, and I think everybody's gonna do this. So now, boys, this is where I'm gonna let y'all have your little fun. All right, now we get into the NBA, and this is where I can see Alex and Hunter talking about this for days, but I'm gonna give y'all about 30 minutes on all of this. So I've already looked at the standings. I've already looked at the stats. I'm already got some questions popping in my head here. So first question. And I hate to target him way too early in this conversation, but I'm probably just going to go ahead and hit him. So, your boy, Russell Westbrook, okay? And this is mainly towards you two, Hunter and Alex. So, because I've always had conversation, I've always heard y'all's opinion. 6 man off the bench, right? He's 6 man right now for, what is it, LA? LA Lakers right now? So,
What was the question?
Westbrook, 6 man on the bench, right? He's 6 man off the bench. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, do y'all think this is the right spot for Westbrook to be sitting in, or do you feel like he needs to be a starter? I'll let Alex start, and then Hunter, you can jump in when Alex gets done. Alex, do you think Westbrook needs to be a starter? Because I've watched games of that in NBA series. I've kind of caught a couple games here and there at work of how he plays. And he looks good coming off the bench. I've seen him also as a starter. He looks about average as a starter. So, Alex, like I said, I'll let you start and then Hunter jump in right after. Do you think he should be 6 man on the bench, Alex?
Yes. Hunter have this discussion a lot. Because, Russ is a former Thunder player. Russ is not what Russ used to be, obviously. He's aging, and back in his prime.
He's just losing his athleticism, too.
Yep. And back in his day, he's arguably the most athletic guard in NBA history. The things he could do in his prime were freakishly athletic and crazy. I think he's aging. It's a good fit because you know what? Russ, me and Hunter completely agreed on this the last game we were watching it. Russ is, when he went to Thunder, when KD left, which he was the main ball handler when KD was there, but Russ is the main. He has to have the control. He's not like a control freak, but like the ball in his hand, and when he comes off the bench, he's the leader of the guys on the court. He's with guys like Austin Reeves and other guys like Matt Ryan and other dudes who come off the bench. He's the leader. He's the guy with the ball in his hand. He plays better when he's the guy with the ball in his hand because he facilitates the offense. Pat makes good passes. He plays aggressive. There's things Russ who's been doing this year off the bench that he hasn't done his time with LA. Where he's aggressive, post up dudes, and he just takes them down, easy layup.
Because he can't face the floor because he can't shoot the ball, and he's not a good off-ball player.
And when he's starting, LeBron's the guy with the ball in his hand. LeBron's the guy who controls, who has the ball in his hands. Facilitates.
I don't blame them for doing that because Russ has a turnover problem that fucks the Lakers overs a lot of times.
Which his turnovers have been better with coming off the bench because he's not. And I think it also puts.
He just tries to make. He makes dumb passes because he's trying too hard to make something happen.
Yeah. And he's. I like Russ being off the bench. I think it works for the Lakers. I still think the Lakers need to make some moves. They got to do something. They need a few 3-and-D players. I mean, there's a guy that I might bring this up about the Nets, but there's a guy who's going to be on the market, and that's 3-point king Joe Harris, which I think that'd be a perfect guy for the Lakers to go get. You wouldn't have to really
give up.
I mean, Hunter Joe Harris is nothing to lead. He's a great shooter. That's what he is. Maybe a second, if that. Maybe a player. I mean, if the Lakers if they believe they can win it all, if they believe they have this, they're just a couple guys away. A shooter, a guy that takes less stress off of AD. Like, I think the Buddy Hield, Miles Turner deal would be perfect. I understand you'd be losing Russ, but you think about it. Buddy Hield's a great player. He can shoot, defend, he can use the pass, all that. Miles Turner would take less stress off of AD in the paint because you know what they would do? Because you think about it. The Lakers play one guy in the paint, 5 around the perimeter, Hunter? AD has a lot of stress on his hands when he's trying to rebound over 3 guys.
I think they need to set more plays up for AD, and LeBron needs to stop taking these stupid shots.
Yes.
Like, I hate when he just dribbles up there and he sizes up the defender and just dribbles and then takes a fadeaway shot and misses it every time.
I think the Lakers I think they're a couple players away. I think if they made that Miles Turner Buddy Hield deal, they'd be NBA championship contenders instantly because Miles Turner is a great player. He takes less stress off of AD in the paint, and AD will be open more because they can't just leave Miles Turner open or he's gonna cook.
Mm-hmm.
And Buddy, with Buddy Hield who can shoot, they're gonna be more present on him. That'll leave guys like LeBron open who can and I believe LeBron's a great shooter. I believe he's not taking good shots because he's LeBron James. He's gonna get double teamed or press coverage or press defense by the best defender on the team.
Do you think LeBron is showing age now, or is it just a rough patch?
I think it's a combination. I think LeBron, he is getting older, but I mean, last year, Hunter, LeBron was 37. He was one of the best players in the league even when they were losing. And I think they're just going through a rough patch. I think they need, their GM said they're gonna. Well, if we're still struggling within 20 games, we're gonna make some moves. In 20 games, you might be 2-18. That's stupid.
Talking about records and stuff, Alex. I'm sorry to cut you off here a little bit, but talking about records and stuff. So I've been looking at already the standings. I know it's just the beginning of the season. We're still trying to fill everybody out. Still trying to figure out what's the best option. So I'm looking at the East. Looking at the East right now, and your top 3 is Bucks, Cavaliers, Celtics. But hold that thought for a second, all right? So we go to West. You've got Suns, Trailblazers, and the Jazz. Now, we could scroll through here and we can look at everyone and see what their thought process on everyone. But and I'm trying to get back into watching basketball here and there because I'm a Clippers fan, mainly because of Kawhi Leonard, see how good he does this year, see how he does. But out of all these teams here, that we can sit about and talk about every team, who needs help, who doesn't, who has a shot to make the run to the playoffs, who has a chance of winning it. Because conversation I've been hearing is Golden State's going for another title. I don't want them to do that, but hey, that's how it is. But Alex and Hunter and Kobe, so I'm just going to give you all a team, and y'all just give me your thought process on them, because I'm just going to give you a couple teams and just kind of make them like, not firing shots, but just give me your best answer. So the Bucks with, I can't even say his name well. We're just going to say the Bucks. Giannis, do you think he stays healthy? Just I'm just going to be like, do you think he stays healthy? And just give me your best statement on it.
I think the Bucks are. I think they're. I think they have the best player in the league with Giannis. I think they have the best.
Do you think they're the favorite to come out of the East?
Oh, 100%. I don't think there's another team.
I think the Celtics, maybe they'll take that next step.
I think Cleveland's interesting because I think Cleveland interests me because
that team is stacked, bro.
They traded for Donovan. I think if you had to pick somebody who you trust, I'd pick the Bucks because they have the best player in the game. Because Giannis is a complete mismatch to anybody. But I think if you want to go with somebody different, Cavs are very surprising because, they got Evan Mobley, who's been pretty good, he's a great player. Jared Allen, they got Karis LeVert, who's been playing really well with Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell didn't play tonight. Kevin Love, a veteran off the bench.
The thing about the Cavs that will help them is that they are very deep.
Hunter, you got to think about it, dude. They have K-State Dean Wade as a starter.
Yeah.
He had 0 points and 2 rebounds tonight.
All right, Alex. So, what do you think of the Suns, Trailblazers, and Jazz? We'll just go ahead and I just want you to give me your opinion on Devin Booker. If I'm correct, that's the Suns. Could be wrong.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, at this moment, the West is extremely wide open. But you also got to remember, there's the play-in where the 7, 8, 9, and 10 play each other or whatever. I believe it's the 10 plays the 9 and the 8 plays the 7. If I remember correctly, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. And they decide who gets in. Or no, it's the 7 plays the 10 and the 8 plays the 9. But I think the West. I think the West will shake up. I think Golden State will get it going. Obviously, they have
I still feel like they're probably the favorite.
They're having that post NBA championship, hangover.
What about the Grizzlies? Yeah, that's a good question, Alex.
This was my thing with them last year's. They're the opposite of Cleveland. They're not deep at all to me. They're really not. To me, the Grizzlies have Ja. They have what's his name? Not him. What's his name? Damn it. Dylan Brooks, who's a solid player. They got Jaren Jackson when he gets healthy. They're just not as deep as Cleveland. I mean, Steven Adams is still one of the most underrated bigs in the game. Tonight he had 13 and 19. That dude is. I don't know why Steven Adams does not get the credit he deserves. He didn't get it with the Thunder either. But that dude is, and I would argue Steven Adams is a top 10 center in the league. Because I don't think I can name 10 better centers than Steven Adams.
All right.
Because he is because you think about it like this, and it's not all about offense. He's a great defender. He's great on the glass. He can't shoot, jump shoot, but the dude's a physically imposing matchup in the middle,
Yeah.
I think Steven Adams doesn't get enough credit. I think Ja does Ja things. But
what do you think about Colby, your boy Trae Young and the Hawks with DeJounte Murray?
Dude, they look pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Because that Murray's a good defender, since Trae Young doesn't play defense.
That's a definitely good statement. Sorry.
I think the West is going to be shaken up, like Alex said. I think the Jazz, even though they're 7-3, I see them missing the playoffs. Minnesota's gonna pick it up because I mean you got Rudy and freaking Carl Anthony Towns
And Anthony Edwards.
and Anthony Edwards. Yeah, that's
And
pretty.
and D'Angelo Russell, who's no one
Yeah.
talking about at all.
I wonder why the Sixers and the Heat are struggling
So
like this.
I think James Harden's hurt for a month now, which he got hurt. Now he's out for a month, which that's. I think part of it's because I think Philly's overrated. I think they are extremely overrated. They're not deep to me. They got.
No.
I don't even remember who all's on their bench.
Philly, they got George Niang, Patrick Reed, Matthias Thibault.
He's a good player.
He's a good player. He's solid.
Kyrie,
Their starters are when James healthy. It's T.J. Tucker, PJ Tucker, my bad, not T.J. Tobias Harris, Montrezl Harrell, Tyrese Maxey, Embiid.
That's a good player.
And Tyrese Maxey's a good
Do
player.
they still have JJ Redick?
No. He retired. What?
Oh, yeah.
He retired. What? No.
I forgot.
No, you're good. They got Joel Embiid when he gets healthy. James Harden when he gets healthy.
I still think he's the best center in basketball, even though
I think Nikola.
I still think Embiid is, even though Nikola did win 2 back-to-back MVPs.
I don't know. It's so bad. Well, those are your 2 best right there, no doubt. But that's so hard. I couldn't even probably say.
Your question is like they're not deep at all either. I mean,
They're really not.
The
Philly.
Heat.
The Heat aren't. No, the Heat are. They're not very good. I don't believe. I think they were kind of one-hit wonders when they made the finals. It was COVID year, and that's not discrediting the Lakers on that championship either. But I think they weren't even very good to begin with. They got lucky and got hot and got there. I mean, if you look at this is the Heat, by the way, Hunter and Colby and Tiger. You know, they got Bam Adebayo, who's solid. Kyle Lowry, but he's aging. Tyler Hero. You know, they got Max Struss, who they gave a big extension to. They got that one Caleb Martin, who played at Nevada.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler when he's there.
The thing about Jimmy is he goes crazy in the playoffs. He plays really well.
Dwayne Dedman, yep. Udonis Haslem, I forgot he's still playing. God, he's like a bench warmer though.
You know, be a good 3-point shooter, Duncan Robinson for the Lakers to get.
Yeah, ain't he on the Heat?
Yeah.
So I gotta hear. Well, I'll throw this one out there. You know, what do you guys think? Over all this, but how do you guys feel about the Thunder right now? You know,
Yep, we need to talk about our Thunder boys.
4-4.
I think
4-4. They're solid. You know, I mean, they had a tough night last night, but I mean, you know, they don't have a legit big, and you know, when Nikola Jokic has a triple double, you know, it's like you can't do much. You know, I mean, SGA.
I mean, you boys know my opinion. I think I want that Victor guy, so I say we need to lose some games.
Yeah, I don't think we need to try to make a playoff run this year. I'd say wait for Chet to get back, get another good draft pick in.
I agree with Hunter. I think if we get my boy, I want Victor. I think we should. That's when we need to start doing.
I don't see why you trade away your picks right now.
I'm kind of with both. Like, I have no problem making the playoffs. It'd be kind of good. It's, you know, a young team.
I'd be fine with us making it with our young team, but I don't want to trade nothing.
So, okay, I have a question for you, Hunter and Colby. Okay, at the deadline, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just say they're really lucky, hot right now. They're like a 5 seed in the West. Just say that. Well, do you trade some picks, maybe get some good players, or do you just keep it and try to make the playoffs with what you got and go from there?
I still think that the team is too young to trust to even compete against those other teams in the West,
like the Warriors or.
Yeah, I just don't think it'd be worth it.
Because the starting lineup right now, it currently is SGA, Giddey, Dort, Jerome Robinson, Earl, and then Alex Poldajeski's actually our starting center at the moment.
I mean, maybe if you want to trade like a second or something for like a shooter or something, I'd be fine with that.
Let's get Buddy back in Oklahoma.
There you go. Get Buddy.
That'd be great. I'd be
I mean,
for it.
you got SVA doing his thing. He had 37 last night with not even shooting a 3. That's pretty impressive.
Alex, who do you think we should trade for if we do?
I think we need not a legit like league changing big, but I think like a Yusuf Nurkic would be speed changer because like he's a legit big, like something like any big that'll make a game changer. Honestly, at this point, I would take JaVale McGee. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like they are so
free agent.
Magic or
you got to think about it, bud. Every team we play is kicking our ass on the glass. Like
Bull could be a good pick. Or Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba's been solid.
We need some size. Like we have a good starting 5. I like it. I love the trio of guards we got with Dort, SGA, and Giddey. I think Giddey. I remember that. When we got that guy, I about shit my pants because I had no idea who that dude was. And then
Me too. But I started watching highlights of the kid, and I was like, all right, this kid's gonna be something pretty good.
They said they said the worst thing about him was he they listed everything. It was like almost the entire sport of basketball. I'm like, okay, that's gotta be a lie. Come on, he's obviously good enough to get drafted. I think it's great. I don't think Giddey's like obviously. Out of all of them, I think Giddey's the worst probably offensive player, but I think he's the best team player of them all. He's a great. He can rebound. He's a great passer. He's a great facilitator. I think Giddey could be like a taller, not historically, but he could be like a taller Chris Paul, who can shoot. He can shoot, but he's a great passer, great defender.
I could see him being a Chris Paul.
Dort's gonna be I think Dort he's really developing his jump shot. He's not there yet, but he's getting better at it. But SGA, dude. SGA is the future. That is our guy, 100%. The dude is having an MVP caliber season right now, which I don't think he will continue that 32 points a game, but I think he's playing at that high enough level where he's, giving the Thunder a chance to win.
Trey Man off the bench.
I do agree with that. I really like Trey Man. I think he is going to be a great six man. He's a solid shooter. He can shoot. He can pass.
Would you be fine with the Thunder going after Seth Curry?
Sure. I actually have no issue with that. He honestly wouldn't start, but he could come off the bench and be the guy with the first team off the bench completely.
The Lakers try to get him too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So
I haven't heard Tigers. Well, there we go.
Sorry, brother. So I'm gonna go ahead because we're gonna getting close to the hour we want to hit, and I'll just tell you the truth, boys. We have actually been doing this for almost an hour and 30 minutes. Like Hunter was only talking about, we were only planning on doing it for an hour. Give me props, boys. We got an hour and 30 minutes in. Got everything we wanted mainly to talk about. I think next time I'll try to have a little more information on different questions, but I want to start with college. We're going to go ahead. I'm just going to name a couple games off that we want to see, and we're just going to basically give a quick opinion about it. Who do you think is going to win? Give our picks, and we'll do the same thing with the NFL, and then I'm going to end it. So, first game, Alex, actually, you know what? I'm going to go first game, and you're probably going to be like, all right, I already know what first game is. So, first game, boys, Tennessee, Georgia. Now, I want Tennessee to win this ball game, but the only way Tennessee wins this ball game is their defense is going to have to show up. Alex?
Well, I would like to see Tennessee as well because it's different. Somebody different, not same teams every year like Georgia and Alabama. I just think Georgia's too much defensively. I think Georgia has the best defense in the country, and I think they'll keep it. I think they'll be able to run the ball, control the clock, keep it away from Hendon Hooker, and I think it'll be a low-scoring, 24-17 type game. I think their defense is just too much.
Kobe?
Oh, okay.
Kobe.
I think he's thinking.
I think we just lost Kobe. Anywho. Hunter.
Who do I think will win out of Tennessee and
Georgia.
isn't it in Tennessee too?
No, it is actually in Georgia.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Difference maker then. I still think Georgia would win.
Okay. Did we ever find out where Kobe went? Alex, do you have a clue where Kobe went?
Hello?
Kobe?
Yes, that's me.
Okay. Tennessee, Georgia, who wins?
I'm an idiot. Good.
Why do you say that?
Okay.
Too much defense?
I mean, Georgia has maybe the best defense or the number 2 defense in the country. I mean,
Okay.
I also will add to my point. I think Stetson Bennett has to play really well. They can't turn the ball over either, or they won't win.
I got you. Kobe, what was your final answer on that one?
Georgia.
Georgia? Okay.
Yeah.
So we got 3 Georgia and 1 Tennessee. Yeah, that's how it is. All right, next game. Alex, TCU, Texas Tech. And I'm actually going to let you start us off, and I'll bring the last answer. TCU, Texas Tech. Alex, who do you think should win that ball game?
Well, TCU should win if they're TCU, but they're legit. I think they will win. I think Texas Tech's defense is good enough that'll keep them in the game. I think they also have good enough offense to score. But I think TCU's too much offensively. I think they'll win, but I think Tech will stay in it.
Kobe?
I agree with that. I think it'll be like a 27-21 type game.
You want a TCU winner?
Yeah.
Kobe?
Got TCU in a high-scoring game. I'm going to go with maybe like a 41-34.
All right. I think I agree
I
with
don't
all
see
y'all.
Tech's offense putting up that much.
I don't think they will either, but I mean,
So we all pick TCU.
yeah, we're all going to go TCU
Yeah.
in that game. All right. Next game. Trying to find a good one that would look good on paper. You know what? I'll just go ahead and fuck with Alex there. Alex, Kansas State and Texas. Now, personally, in my opinion, Kansas State should win this ball game. Now, I have watched bits and pieces of Kansas State. Y'all look good here, good there, a little bit of off here and there, and I'm really, really bad about the loss to Tulane for y'all. And I don't know how the hell y'all lost to TCU, but if I remember correctly, I think, TCU came back and what was it? Y'all were leading and TCU came back, if I remember correctly. I don't remember the whole story behind that.
I'm not used. We had injuries and we were beat up pretty
Okay.
badly, but that TCU just has really good offensively. But injuries fucked that game up. But the TCU also made some good second half adjustments in K-State wasn't able to just score in the second half.
All right. So who do you think should win? I'm going with Kansas State, Alex. Who should win this ball game? Kansas State, Texas.
Well, I am a K-State fan, obviously, and I am going to go with them. But I'm not going to be unbiased. I think K-State is better on paper. I think Texas obviously has the best quarterback.
Yeah.
Obviously, with Quinn Ewers, I think he's better than Adrian and Will, whoever plays. But I think it's going to be a night game.
I think it'll be a good close game.
I think it'll be close. It's a night game. It's cold. You know, those Texas boys don't like the cold. Obviously, they're not fond of it. And I think if K-State's able to run the ball, keep the ball away from Quinn Ewers and that Texas offense, they'll win. I think like a 20. I think like 27. I'll go with like a 27, like 20, probably.
Okay.
I think if the key to me to the game is tackling. If they're able to tackle, they'll win. because Bijan Robinson forces the most missed tackles in the country for running backs. I'm not worried about Texas' passing game as much because K-State's got some solid corners that have locked down some good receivers. But
All right.
I think getting to the quarterback is critical as well. If they're able to force pressure on Quinn Ewers, if K-State wins the line of scrimmage and it's pretty bad, like if they're getting there a lot, they'll probably blow Texas out. To be honest with you.
Hunter?
Yeah, I think that it'll be a close game, but I don't think well, it just depends. Well, like you said, whichever quarterback ends up playing.
Okay. I got you. So who are you going with?
I'm going to go with K-State in a close one.
Okay. Kobe?
Did we lose Colby again?
Colby.
We might have lost him this time, boys.
If you have to, Colby, you can leave the Discord and rejoin real fast. There you go.
Now?
There you go. You're good. Good.
All right, Kobe. Kansas State, Texas. Who are you picking?
And hook them down, boys. Hook them down.
Okay, that's obviously
Texas. He's going Texas. All right, so we got 3 Kansas State, 1 Texas. All right.
No, he's going.
Wow, Colby, wow.
No, Tiger. He's going K-State. He's going down. It's like a Texas. That's a Texas slam.
Oh, I got you.
So 4 K-State.
All right.
You let this go off, Alex.
I believe it. I think they do a good job.
I think Deuce could feast as well.
Clemson.
To be honest with you, it is a battle of probably 2 of the best running backs in the country.
Probably. And we'll find. From what I've seen and what I've heard, this could be a good game. And I think I definitely agree with both you and Alex, both you, Hunter, and Alex. I think it's gonna be a tight game, but I think Kansas State comes out on top. Clemson, Notre Dame, boys. And I think Kobe already gave his answer, and he said Notre Dame could knock out Clemson. I'm actually gonna go with Notre Dame on this one, boys. I think this is the game that Notre Dame surprises the shit out of everyone and beats Clemson. And I don't see Clemson doing anything. Alex, what do you think? Clemson, Notre Dame?
I think Notre Dame wins as well. I think Notre Dame's really good defensively, even with their record being 4-4. They're solid defensively and held a pretty good offense in Syracuse to only I think 20-some points. I think Notre Dame wins. I don't like Clemson's quarterback situation. I haven't since Trevor Lawrence left. I think DJ Uiagalelei is extremely overrated, and I think he sucks personally. But
gotcha.
I think Notre Dame, and it's also in Notre Dame, by the way. Clemson would have to go on the road and win as well.
All right.
I don't believe they will.
Hunter?
I think Clemson's going to win. I just don't think fucking Notre Dame will be enough for Clemson.
I got you. Kobe? Well,
I don't think their defense will keep up.
You're probably right about that one. I mean, we already know Kobe's answer, but I just want to re-say Kobe.
You know what? I've been looking at it.
I forgot apparently he did say Notre Dame. Anywho. Yeah, he said Notre Dame. Anywho, Kansas, Oklahoma State. Hunter, this is your team. Hunter, who do you think should win this ball game?
Well, if I'm being realistic, probably Oklahoma State, but I think it'll be, of course, a shootout, and it'll probably be whichever team's defense can get a stop. And knowing KU's defense, it'll probably be Oklahoma State's defense.
Oh, goodness gracious. Alex.
Who you picking, Hunter?
Oklahoma State. Well, I don't know. They fucking didn't score any points on K-State.
So I will point out a statistic here, fellas, and Hunter might not know this. Oklahoma State's starting quarterback, Spencer Sanders, is, I believe, a game-time decision. If he doesn't play, I would go KU. Because the backups might gun these kids.
And it is in KU, too.
It is in Lawrence. I think Spencer Sanders probably plays, and I think KU just can't get a stop on defense. Is going to be the difference in the game, and I think it'll be like I'm gonna go like a 41 to 38 type final. I think KU just can't get a stop defensively, and I think Oklahoma State just is too good defensively to keep. I think they're good enough offensively. If Spencer Sanders plays, it'll be too much offensively for KU.
Is the backup good?
No, he sucks.
Huh.
But if he doesn't play, I think KU will win.
Do they have a good run game?
No, not really. They even said it sucks. They're literally one-dimensional, and that's throwing the ball.
Yeah. Well, now I'm kind of 50-50 on it.
To me. See, it's really hard to determine. It kind of depends who plays the quarterback, to be honest. I think Spencer Sanders will play probably, so I'll go with Oklahoma State.
Is Kobe here?
Yeah.
Is Kobe
Who
back?
you got, Kobe?
I got Oklahoma State.
Okay.
Oklahoma State. What about you, Tiger? What do you got?
I've only watched bits and pieces of Kansas. Oklahoma State looks really good. It's just, I think I'm gonna go with the Hunter statement. I think it may be a shootout just because Oklahoma State throws the ball way too much, and I think it's gonna end up fucking them over. So you know what? I'll even go for Kansas because I think they have a shot at beating them.
Oh yeah, good pick right there.
Pulling off the upset. Okay.
All right. Let me find another good game, and then our last game will be the game that we'll definitely keep an eye on. We'll go with this one, and then I think the last one, I already know what the last one is. So, Ohio State, Northwestern. I'll be last to pick. We'll go with Kobe. You go first.
You really think that's going to be a good game?
Not really, but I mean,
I'm
hey.
surprised you didn't. Well, no, you gotta do a couple more. Okay, we'll do one that's a good game. Alabama, LSU.
I haven't really watched any LSU, so I couldn't tell you much about them.
Or 5-2. Or 5-2.
5-2 is sitting number one in the conference of my side.
Pretty much the winner goes in the first place in the conference.
I really couldn't tell you. I have no opinion.
All right. Alex?
so you'll say 50-50.
Sure.
Okay, we'll go with that. I think Alabama's just too much. I think it's a close game. Always is, but I think Alabama's just too much. I think Bryce Young is... I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, I actually will mention that it is at Death Valley at LSU. I
also want you to put this in consideration, Alex. Guess who the head coach is for LSU that Nick Saban does not like?
Chip Kelly. Not Chip Kelly, Jesus Christ. Fucking goddamn it. What am I thinking? What about Brian Kelly?
Yeah, Brian Kelly. Kobe?
I'll go with Bama. I think Bama just pulls it off. Close game, though.
All right, he goes Bama. He's got a 50-50. Kobe. Give him a little bit. He should be around. I'm just going to assume.
Hello?
He's back. You're good. You're good.
Kobe, Bama, LSU.
Who do you got? If you have to type it, you can. That's fine.
What's wrong with his phone?
I don't know. It's
fucky situation time.
Can he hear us?
Yeah, he can still hear us. All right, so he's going Bama. See, here's where I'm going to give you both sides of me here. So the side of me is going to be Auburn, where I want LSU to win, because I don't like Bama. I don't want Bama to pull. I don't want them to go back to a title. I think LSU should win it. But if you go off the stat line and everything behind it, it should be Bama. I'm taking LSU because I think this is one of the extra losses they pick up. If LSU doesn't beat them, Ole Miss beats them and it takes them out of the playoffs.
You're going
LSU.
LSU. So yeah, 2 Bama, 1 LSU, 1 50-50.
Who does Oregon play? Colorado?
Yeah.
There's literally a game right now.
Yeah, Oregon State and Washington. Yeah.
Yeah.
At 1 morning.
It's wow. What's up, what, Hunter?
So I can't believe it's still going at 1 in the morning.
Well, I mean,
Well,
they
Hunter,
are
they're
in a
they're on the
delay.
West Coast. It's like 11 a.m. their time. They start at like 9 or whatever, but it's like 10:30 or whatever our time. Oh, by the way, just for Hunter, this might change your opinion on the KU game, depending. I don't know. Oklahoma State also they're questionable. They're also questionable. Their starting punter actually retired from football. He tore his ACL and got hurt, and their top 2 running backs are questionable.
Damn. You know what?
They are very beat up.
I'm gonna say KU bounce back, and I say we win a shootout. That's what I'll say right now.
All right. I like it.
I think Jalen Daniels will get in there, throw some darts, put up 40-something.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't talk about something. I was surprised we didn't. What is your guys' honest opinions about Gonzaga potentially joining the Big 12?
Well, I
I
mean,
think it's dumb.
I think it would be amazing, personally, because you know what?
They don't have. They even have any other sports?
Oh, they have. Well, he might join back. They have baseball. They're really good at that. They have basketball, which we obviously know that. They have football on there, but it's not like K-State level at all. But honey, you got to think about it. Notre Dame's not even in the conference for football. They're in the conference for basketball and every other sport. Or the ACC.
yeah.
What's up, bud?
You guys can hear me now. Good deal.
Okay. I think Gonzaga, for a standpoint of basketball and baseball, would be great. I think money would be great. Football questions me, but I think and it would make it as a no-brainer best conference for basketball. Even though I already believe it is, it would make it a no-brainer.
All right, what are we talking about?
The potential of Gonzaga joining the Big 12.
Oh, great addition.
I think y'all may have a shot at probably taking more opportunities to get into more playoff positions. But I'm going to be completely honest with you, Alex, and this is just me being the SEC. I'm sorry to say it, bro. Right now, at this point in time, I think you still got to worry about Tennessee, Kentucky, Auburn. I'll even throw in Vandy, but it just depends on who the hell looks good this year. That's basically it.
Basketball.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, the SEC. We didn't talk about NCAA basketball.
I mean, we can talk about it right quick, or it's up to you.
All right, so it's starting up real soon. It's exciting. Exciting for KU fans. But they're coming off this national championship. What do you guys? Who do you believe? We'll talk about the Big 12 and then we'll talk about the SEC because those are our main 2 conferences. Obviously, we'll go with the Big 12 first. What do you guys believe? Who is a team in the Big 12? That if you look at it right now, could very well show some surprises and be better than they're predicted to be, or even be worse than they're predicted to be. They're predicted to be better, but they could be worse.
I don't know. Maybe Texas. I think Texas could be in contention to win the Big 12.
You think they could be, because they're predicted, I believe it was 4th or 5th. So you think they could be? I think in the Big 12 for always, it's such a competitive league. There really isn't an awful team. I think it's so competitive. There wasn't a bad team last year, but it's so competitive it's like I think you don't want the last place K-State team who would have a record of 16-14 and
I
they play
think West
KU.
Virginia will suck though.
I think West Virginia is going to be the worst team in the Big 12 by far. What do you?
I think Texas, like Hunter said, they're always that team that's doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you
What
guys?
what state look like this year? Are
The
they
top three.
are
The
they-
top three will be Baylor, KU, and Texas probably.
Iowa State looking like, Alex?
Iowa State. It looks like they returned. They returned some guys, but they also lost some guys.
Okay.
So they got a guy. They brought in a guard transfer from somewhere. I don't even know where. I don't even know where he came from. Never mind. They're interesting. I think Iowa State will be middle of the pack, like with OU as well.
Okay.
I think your bottom three. I think your bottom three will be Iowa State, West Virginia, and Oklahoma State. Not in that specific order, but those three will be your worst. I think so. This is my prediction for the Big 12. I think
TCU used to be a sleeper team.
they're the dark horse. I think Baylor wins the Big 12. I think Baylor's just they're Baylor. They're good. They're almost the new king of the Big 12. Even though KU won the Natty last year and all that, they're like always up there with KU now. Before it used to be KU ran league. Now it's really not.
It's going to be KU and Baylor now.
Well,
So
what
they-
I mean is
so
like
Baylor loses these guys.
Yep. So I think Baylor wins. I think KU's second. I think they're still going to be a good team. I think they're going to have a little bit of like a natty title down year. Not like a bad year, but like they won't win it this year. They'll still be KU. Probably be a 2 seed in March Madness, more than likely. I think third's Tech. That everybody doubts Tech. Not doubts, but doesn't. They look at Texas and all these other teams. I look at Tech. I think Tech has one of the better coaches in the league, and I think Tech plays a style of basketball that's really big focus on defense. They're lengthy. They're athletic. I think Tech gets third. I think TCU gets fourth. TCU has the predicted Big 12 Player of the Year in Mike Miles. I think TCU surprises. They go fourth. And they returned a lot of their players from their NCAA tournament run last year. I think Texas gets fifth. Texas is always solid at basketball. I think K-State gets sixth. I think K-State surprises a lot of people. I watched their exhibition game. I get it's an exhibition, but this team looks different. They're different than a Bruce Weber team. Bruce Weber guy. This team. They're exciting. They're athletic. They're lengthy. I will say this, and this was talked about with not specifically just KU, but a lot of teams when they talked about it, the Big 12 analysts, a lot of teams this year, from what they've said, have lacked a big guy, big post players. The one thing K-State doesn't lack this year is post play. K-State is really athletic. They're long. They have a guy
who lacks what's it called? Players, big players.
Like a lot of the people that focus on the analysts of the Big 12 and just general. A lot of teams in the Big 12 lack like a really imposing post player. The one thing K-State doesn't lack is that. K-State has a guy by the name of Naquan Tomlin, who was a transfer from, I believe, Virginia Tech. I'd have to look into it again. The dude is 6'10" and has a 7'7" wingspan. They are really good at guard. They have so many good players that some of those players would probably start on other teams. Like, they have Marquise Noel who returned, Ishmael Masood, they have Davis Sills who's a freakishly quick guard. They have Naquan Tomlin. They have Keontae Johnson who was an SEC preseason player of the year before his condition. He looked solid, really good. They have a lot of good players. I am almost excited as basketball as I was for football. And that's really never happened to me. But also, it's a new coach, different feeling. You got the excitement. It's kind of like when a team gets like a new coach for football. You're excited. you believe, new era and all that. Like with Pittsburgh, can you pick a new era? It's just exciting. I think K-State gets 6. I think 7th is OU. I think 8 or 9. I think 8 teams get the tournament. I think OU set one of them as well. I think OU, good coach. I think they saw a lot of their guys. Besides the one dude, the bearded guy, the one brother, the two. They return, did they bring back Tanner Groves, Colby?
Brothers are back.
Oh, they both are back?
Yep.
Oh, they're okay. Then they have Jalen Hill. Then they're a definite tournament team. I didn't know if they lost Tanner or not. I think the last team, the last team for the Big 12 that'll get in. One of them can't even get in, and that's Oklahoma State because they're on a postseason ban.
Oh yeah, forgot.
I think West Virginia gets in.
Why did they get that again?
Recruiting violations.
Oh.
I think West Virginia gets in. I think they. What's up, bud? Go ahead.
Was it because of Cade Cunningham?
Yes.
How's he doing? I haven't heard about him in a while.
He's having a pretty good year.
Huh.
I think Bob Huggin coach teams are just really, they're good, fundamentally coached. They play good defense. I think West Virginia will be like the last team in the Big 12. I don't believe Iowa State's very good, and I don't believe Oklahoma State obviously can't get in. But you guys go ahead.
Oh, what's up? Sorry.
Or whoever wants to go next to predict the Big 12. Tiger, Connor,
well, first of all, let's see. I'm just going to kind of just do a scan over it. But the Big 12, I would say, I think your top 3 should be Kansas, Baylor, and I'd say Oklahoma. That should be your 3. Should be your 3. But
you have a surprising year, Colby.
I mean, yeah, we bring a lot of good transfers, and our team last year all came back. So
yeah, all right, go ahead, Tiger. Keep going.
Sorry. So your 3 should be Kansas, Baylor, Oklahoma. I'd say right behind Oklahoma, I think they have a shot of getting in. Or these are the 2 teams that may have a shot of getting in. And I think that's Kansas State and TCU. I think Kansas State, from what Alex has been talking about, I don't know how young your team is, but from what I've heard, they have a shot to get in, and I don't know if they can make the run, but they have a shot of getting in.
Here's my thing about K-State is that, well, who knows? We can't really say they're going to go out there guns blazing, swinging with the brand new coach.
They're a team filled with, honestly, and he's right. It's very true. You don't know what they're going to do with season. Things change, injuries happen. They're a team filled with 2 returning guys from last year's team, completely entire new roster, first-year head coach. But a lot of their guys they got are transfers, and some transfers that are some veteran transfers and some younger transfers that have potential. They're a question mark team to me. For anybody in the Big 12. They're the most questioned team. They could either be a solid team and give teams fits, or they could have a down year. Very, very
yeah.
All right.
Me not being biased, I'm leaning towards. I think they're a tournament team. I think they have a really talented roster. I'm not saying they're going to be a Elite 8 team, but I think a tournament team that's the goal for this team. Because once you get to March, anything's possible.
Oh, I agree. Anything
KU's
can happen.
going to repeat, baby. Yes, sir.
I think it's very possible with KU. I think it's hard in college basketball, but I think an Elite 8 run is very likely with KU again. I think Duke's gonna do Duke things.
Kentucky will do Kentucky things.
I think the SEC is. I think the SEC, and I will actually make this comment now. I think the SEC is extremely wide open.
Oh, it is.
Because if you think about it, Kentucky's been down, but they're better. Tennessee's good. Arkansas is good. Auburn's good. Florida. They're gonna get athletes in basketball. Alabama's good. You know, that conference is wide open.
That's a stacked conference.
It is a stacked conference. That's why the Big 12 makes here the two best, because Alabama's good, Arkansas's good, Auburn's good, Florida's solid, Kentucky's good, LSU can be solid. You know, Tennessee's solid. You know, there's several. The only teams that are the bottom feeders are Mississippi State, Georgia,
Yeah.
South Carolina, A&M, and Vanderbilt. In Mississippi, those are your bottom feeders. But I think I'm gonna go with my gut. I think Kentucky will win it. I think they're just John Calipari's a good coach. It's Kentucky. No.
I may
Who's that
agree.
really good dominant player they have?
Kentucky, they have that one big.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still there? I don't know if he stayed.
I don't know if he's still there or not.
Let me look for you, bud. I can tell you in about 2 seconds. You mean Oscar Suebe or whatever the fuck his name is? The guy that transferred from West Virginia?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still there, Hunter. And that's the dude that like averaged like a double a game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think Kentucky wins. Do you guys agree with that?
I'm not gonna disagree with you, Kentucky. I think the teams that should come out of that should get into the playoffs for the SEC should be Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, Auburn, maybe LSU and Bama, but besides that, no one else.
I'd say your tournament teams are Auburn, Arkansas. I think the winner of the SEC is Kentucky. I think it goes Kentucky.
I don't know. Look, and I love you dearly, Alex. I think Kentucky has a shot at winning it. I think it may come to Tennessee this year.
I mean, they are pretty solid. Tennessee, though.
I don't know. Do I see Auburn winning it? I'd love for them to win it because it'll be the third year in a row. But this is one of those years where Auburn's going to have to. They're going to have to figure out what the fuck to do. I think they're in the top 4, but that's it.
So this is my thing with Auburn is Auburn lost Jabari Smith and
Walker. Yeah,
they're 2 best players, but they brought back a lot of guys. They brought back their starting guards. They brought back Katie Johnson, Alex Flanagan. You know, they brought a lot. Wendell Green Jr. They brought a lot of guys back. They're gonna have to look. Auburn's the type of team that's like, who's their next best player?
I think it's Johnson.
Like do they really not have like a leader of the team now?
I think they do. I think they do, and I think it's Katie Johnson.
I think it's Katie Johnson because I think Johnson's gonna be the guy that's gonna lead them. I don't think he's gonna lead them in points. I think he's gonna be the guy that's gonna get the team going.
He's the leader. Like he's he's kind of like a. Well, you really can't compare him to the He's kind of like the heart of the team, Hunter. You know, like if he's not flowing, the team ain't gonna flow. You know,
that was the same thing with Jamari Smith and Kessler. Like if those two weren't playing good, Auburn didn't play good. So
because Walker Kessler was an elite rim protector, but I think Auburn will be fine. They'll probably be the 2nd or 3rd seed in the SEC. I think Bama, they're going to be solid. They're a tournament team. Arkansas is solid as well. Florida, I think Florida's an underrated team. I mean, they come to Manhattan, and I kind of
was Florida even a playoff team tournament team last year?
I don't know. I believe.
No, they weren't. They didn't get in.
Did they not make it?
They didn't make it.
They got in.
It's Florida though. They're solid. They always get good players. They have a good coach.
I will say this, Alex. I was looking forward because Hunter, I hate this. I was looking forward to talking mad shit to your ass. I was looking forward to another Kansas-Auburn matchup.
Because Auburn and KU were in the same.
Oh my God! I was looking forward to it, Hunter.
He wanted to get them to play.
Guys.
I don't know that game was close because my fear with KU last year was they really weren't great in the paint, and I think Walker Kessler would have probably dominated. But I also think KU has better guards.
Oh yeah, I think it would have been a good game.
David McCormick basically won us that championship.
He got better, but also you got to realize that big guy for North Carolina did get hurt, which kind of turned the tides of the game and gave.
That was only with like a minute left, though.
No, I know, but because when did KU take the lead in that game? I'd have to look at it again.
Like in the middle of the second half, that guy was still playing.
I know it was back and forth, and it was like I think if I remember right, North Carolina had the lead late, and then that guy got hurt. McCormick did like a post fade that gave KU the lead.
Yep.
Yep. See, like I'm not saying they wouldn't have won, but that kind of shifted the tides and made McCormick play differently because he had a smaller guy on him, and played, which that did help. The injury probably helped KU win, but I think KU probably was going to win anyways because they had the momentum in the game in the second half.
Oh,
What do you
Alex.
think, Colby?
F.
Yeah.
I think Tennessee's gonna win it. I think a team to watch out for. I've been hearing Arkansas is a really good team to watch out for. I guess they got this really good freshman coming in. His name is Nick Smith Jr.
Oh yeah, no. I think I'd definitely keep an eye on Arkansas. They made a team. They
Keep an
made
eye on Arkansas. But I think your top two, of course, is going to be Tennessee and Kentucky. For the Big 12, I'm going to go with KU. I think they're going to do pretty good. Baylor's number 2, I think.
I think KU will win it or share it with Baylor.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those two. They're going to win it or share it.
I can definitely see that.
Let's see. TCU is probably going to be 3rd. I'll go Texas 4. Let's go. I don't know. My Sooners always surprise us because last year we was like 4th, I think. I might have my Sooners up there.
Do you think OU will be like a 6 or 5 seed tournament?
Yeah. I think we bring in a couple good transfers. We return basically everyone. Hopefully that Jalen Hill guy goes off like he did last year.
How far did OU make it in the tournament last year?
Round of 32.
Yeah.
Who'd they lose to?
They
I
played
forgot.
like fucking somebody good.
Who'd they lose to, Colby?
I have to look. I don't remember.
Alex, talking about teams that could have a shot of getting in, do you think Auburn is because last year we got a number 2 seed, and I wasn't mad about it because you know how happy I was. But depending on how Auburn plays this year, do you think Auburn deserves a 4 seed or a 5 seed? And I think this year, we could go with a 5 seed.
For what, the SEC or the tournament?
I'm talking about tournament-wise.
Oh, I think Auburn's probably the 3rd best team in the SEC. I think Auburn will get probably depending how they, I think Auburn will get like a 2 or 3 in the tournament probably.
I think personally, my opinion, I think we need to go with a 4 or 5, only because.
Colby, by the way, they lost. No, Colby didn't get in the tournament. Remember they went to the NIT.
Oh yes, they did.
They played Missouri State and won. Then they lost to
Because everyone thought Oklahoma should have won the NIT.
Yeah, because they beat Missouri State, then lost to St. Bonaventure. That's right. They didn't get in last year, but it's the same OU team as last year.
With good transfers.
Some good solid transfers, yeah.
All right. Well, boys, I'm getting tired, and I'm about to pass the fuck out. I'm being serious, bro. I'm fucking tired of shit. I'll end it with this. I'm only gonna pick like 3 NFL games that I think may be interesting, and we'll see who the fuck we go with. So I think first game, I think we go with Bill Jets. Alex.
I'll go with the Bills. I think it's a close game.
Hunter.
I'll take the Bills.
Bills. Kobe.
Bills.
You know what? I think Bills win it, but I think Jets keep it close. I'm going to go Bills. Kansas City Texans. Alex. Or, my bad. Kansas City Titans. My bad.
Oh, where's the game at?
Kansas City. Arrowhead.
Oh, yeah. Kansas City will win then.
Hunter.
Yeah, I'll take the Chiefs too.
Kobe. Chiefs. Fuck it. You know what? Just because I hate the Chiefs, I'll take them. They deserve it. Rams, Buccaneers, Alex.
Super Cup playing.
Yep.
He
Gonna play?
should be.
Rams.
He should be playing.
I'll go with the Rams if Cooper Cup plays.
I think two struggling teams, but I feel like the Rams have a little better offensive flow going. So I think they'll win.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Rams.
Going Rams. I'm gonna go Rams, but I think if Tom Brady gets his shit back in order, because I'll say this, boys, I hate a pissed off Tom Brady because I have found this out real quickly. When Tom Brady is pissed, for some goddamn reason, this motherfucker plays a better fucking ball game. So the Rams better hope the Bucks don't get a pissed off Tom Brady, but I am going to take the Rams.
Yep.
I think that's going to be a good one. You know what? Just to follow both Alex and Hunter, Green Bay Lions. Hunter.
I feel like last week we kind of figured out our scheme a little bit. So I think you'll expect us to run the ball quite a bit, and I don't think Detroit will be able to stop that. And I think Green Bay wins by like 10.
Okay. Alex?
So I'm looking at the injury here. So we got some injuries here, fellas. We got the Packers are going to be missing Devondre Campbell, but I want to see something real quick. So the Lions will be without DeAndre Swift's questionable. If DeAndre Swift plays, I think the Lions will win. I think it'll be an extremely low-scoring game. I think the team with whoever offense can score and their defense can get stops. The Lions have the worst defense in the league, but I still don't think that matters with how bad Green Bay receivers are, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go take the safe pick. I'll go with Green Bay in a low-scoring, like 17-14 game-winning field goal by Crosby.
Kobe?
I could see that. I think Aaron Jones will have a big day.
I think Aaron Jones will have a solid day, yes.
Kobe?
I'm gonna go with the Packers, and I'm gonna say Alan Lazard's gonna have a big game.
Hope so.
Let's hope
I
that.
think so. He's coming back from an injury. He's your number one wide receiver. The Lions really don't got no good corners. I think Lazard will pull it off for you, Hunter.
I know we need a win. It's a must win. If we lose, just start tanking at this point.
You know what? Just to add on to your bullshit more, I think Green Bay should win this game, but I am actually going to take the other side. I think with with Swift being injured, I think, to tell you the truth, boys, I think Lions have a shot here because Green Bay hasn't looked that good on defense. I think Lions have a shot to win. I'm going to take Lions on this one, boys.
That's a bold pick there, bud.
Steelers are off. I can choose whoever the fuck I want.
Well, I will make the call. It is in Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
Like
inside. It's a dome. I mean, it is different if it was in Lambeau with the cold and, but it is inside, which I don't think that really makes a big difference.
I don't think it's going to make a difference, but I think Green Bay wins, but I think Lions are going to get a run.
Some teams
And look, the Lions got Amon St. Brown.
they got Amon-Ra St. Brown back as well. What's any more, Tiger?
Chargers Falcon, Alex. I'm gonna go with you on the first one.
I think the injuries for the Chargers they're gonna at least miss Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. They're two best receivers. I think Atlanta's defense isn't. I mean, right now they're not great because they're missing some guys in secondary. But I think also with the Chargers missing guys at receiver, I think that benefits Atlanta. I think Atlanta wins. I think they're able to control the ball, run the ball. They're getting Cordero Patterson back. I think Atlanta wins. I'm gonna go 27-17.
Hunter?
I think their two best receivers being out is what'll be the difference maker, but I still think it'll be a close game. I don't know. I will say. That's tough. I'll just say that I'll take the Chargers in a really close one.
I respect that, Kobe.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers because AJ Terrell is out for that game. It's gonna be hard for those Falcons, so I'm gonna go Chargers.
All right. Alex, I'm going to tell you the truth, brother. I would really, really like to see Atlanta win this game. I think, like I've been saying, the two best wide receiver Chargers are out. I think this is the game that Mariota, and I joke around with Alex way too much about this shit, and Atlanta doesn't pass the ball a lot. You know what? I'm going to go Atlanta, but I think it needs to be on Mariota's legs. I think Mario needs to run the ball, and I think with Cardell Patterson coming back, I think he needs to run the ball. So I think this game could come down to Falcons winning, but I think they're going to come down to either Mariota on a game-winning touchdown or Cordell Patterson on a game-winning touchdown. One of those two should win the ball game for Atlanta.
Alrighty. Any more?
Not anymore if you don't think anymore.
Any more do you guys want to go on with? I mean, do you want to do...
Probably not.
Is there any more exciting games? There really isn't any exciting games. Besides, I mean, Monday night's okay, I guess, with the Ravens Saints. I mean, I would literally pick the Saints just because I dislike we hooping.
Same here.
College game day, 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 more hours.
Good. Where's it at, by the way?
Tennessee, Georgia.
Not surprised.
I won't even be able to watch the KU game tomorrow.
It's on ESPN Plus.
No, it's because I'll be working.
Oh, it's on ESPN
Actually,
Plus,
you know what's
too.
kind of funny, boys? I'm going to be able to watch the Tennessee-Georgia game if I go to work, but I'm going to miss the Bama-LSU game.
I won't, because I'll be at work. I'll have to listen to the K. I haven't literally been able to watch a K-State game this year. I've literally listened to every single one, because I've been at work for all of them.
Damn.
Yep.
I'm doing nothing tomorrow, so I get to watch my Sooners play.
Kobe will be watching football all day.
Yep.
Watching my
Actually, it's kind of funny, before I end this real quick, it's kind of funny that both me and Hunter's teams in the NFL are sucking this year, and both me and Kobe's college teams suck this year. Alex
my Sooners don't suck. We actually look pretty good.
No, I'm sorry.
9-3, I'm calling it, guys. 9-3.
I said that earlier. I would not be surprised if they won out at 9-3.
And hate to say it, Alex, but we need K-State to win tomorrow, but then we need them to lose out.
Why?
Because then Oklahoma